today's video, we're going to talk about why the ASD partner gets angry and the 3 steps to de-escalate the logic debate. So if you've ever found yourself thinking, why does every conversation turn into an argument with my ASD spouse? Or why does he get angry when I'm just trying to explain how I feel? Okay, then this video is for you. And if you're the autistic partner watching this and thinking, I'm not trying to be angry, I just feel attacked all the time, then this video is for you too. Today, we're not going to talk about shutdown, stonewalling, or emotional withdrawal. You already know where your defensiveness leads. Instead, we're going upstream. We're going to talk about why the defense reflex happens, why anger shows up so fast, and most importantly, how to interrupt it in real time. So here's an important reframe. Listen, anger is not a moral failure. Let's start with something crucial. Anger in ASD relationships is not a character flaw. It's not immaturity. It's not stubbornness. In many autistic adults, anger is the visible tip of a threat response. Not a threat like danger or violence, but a threat of emotional ambiguity. That would be unclear expectations, unspoken disappointment, tone without explicit meaning, and emotion without a clear problem statement. All of that can register in the nervous system as I'm about to fail and I don't know what to do about it. And when the brain senses threat and confusion at the same time, it does one thing really well. It defends. Now let's talk about what the defense reflex actually is. Here's what's happening internally. When the ASD partner hears, you never da-da-da-da, or why can't you just blah, 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 or I'm tired of explaining this, or even neutral frustration without clarity, his brain jumps straight to self-protection, error correction, proving innocence, and escaping emotional uncertainty. That's why conversations turn into logic battles, fact correction, timeline debates, semantic arguments. This isn't avoidance. It's the autistic nervous system saying, if I can't emotionally succeed here, I'll try to intellectually survive. Now let's talk about why logic feels safer than emotion. Logic has rules. Emotion has implication. Logic says right or wrong, true or false, fixable or not. Emotion says you disappointed me, I feel alone with you, I'm not sure I matter. For many autistic adults, emotion without a clear task feels like standing in fog while being evaluated. So defensiveness isn't defiance, it's an attempt to regain footing. Now let's talk about the trap NT partners fall into. Here's the painful loop. The NT partner says, I just need you to understand how I feel. The ASD partner hears, you failed, so defend yourself. The NT partner pushes harder for empathy. The ASD partner doubles down on logic. Now nobody feels heard and both people feel unsafe. So let's talk about how to interrupt this cycle, not by winning, but by lowering threat. So let's talk about the 3-step de-escalation framework now. Here's the 3 steps we're going to walk through. Neutralize threat before meaning, anchor emotion without interruption, invite collaboration, not confession. These steps are subtle but powerful, and let's look at each one in turn. The first one was neutralize threat before meaning. This is the step most couples skip. Before talking about feelings, the ASD partner's nervous system needs one thing: assurance that this is not a performance review. Here's what not to say to all you NT spouses out there. You always get defensive. Why do you take everything personally? I'm not attacking you. We're just talking. Your ASD spouse hears, here comes another attack. Now here's what to say instead. I'm not asking you to explain or fix anything right now. Then you pause. I'm not upset at you. I'm trying to stay connected. Then you pause again. Nothing bad is about to happen in this conversation. And that last sentence right there is more powerful than it sounds. You're not arguing facts yet. You're regulating safety. Step number 2 is anchor emotion without interpretation. Once threat lowers, you name emotion without assigning motive. This is where conversations between the 2 people usually derail. Here's what escalates defensiveness. You don't care. You're being cold. You're choosing logic over me. Work's more important than I am. You don't love me. You don't care how I feel. Those statements to the ASD brain require self-defense. Use this instead, very specific phrasing. Here's what I'm feeling, not what you're doing. Pause. I feel lonely in this moment. Pause again. I'm not asking you to agree with it. Pause again. I just want it acknowledged. That tells the ASD nervous system, no trial, no verdict, no defense required. Now, if your ASD partner starts explaining, just gently interrupt with, understanding me comes later. Right now, acknowledgement is enough. The third step was invite collaboration, not confession. Now here's the big turning point. Do not ask, why did you do that? Can you see how that hurt me? Or don't you understand? Those questions imply deficiency, and you're going to get some defensiveness. Instead, try this exact structure. Would you be willing to help me feel less alone here? Then pause. If they hesitate, add, you don't have to know how yet. Or, this isn't about fixing, it's about staying connected. Now this shifts the role from defendant to partner. Anger often softens right here because the threat of failure dissolves. Now for the ASD partner that's watching this, if you're autistic and listening right now, your defensiveness makes sense. But here's the key insight. The moment you feel the urge to explain, correct, justify, that's your signal to slow down, not speed up. Try this internal script. I'm safe. This isn't a test. I don't have to solve this to stay connected. My NT spouse is not the enemy. Then say out loud, no, I don't fully understand yet, but I want to stay here with you. That one sentence can change the entire tone. Now, what is all this really about? Okay, well, it's not about stopping anger. It's about reducing threat. When threat drops, anger softens, logic relaxes, and connection becomes possible. Defensiveness isn't the enemy. It's a signal. And when both partners learn how to respond to that signal, not with pressure, but with safety, the relationship finally gets some breathing room. Now, if this resonates with you, share it with someone who's stuck in this loop. And if you want more tools like this, stay with this channel. Your neurodiverse relationship is not broken. You're navigating two nervous systems that learn safety in very different ways. Please like, subscribe, and comment what has been your experience with defensiveness. I'll see you in the next video. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.